Hey guys, it's Backstab X, and today I have a special guest. He won Combine #2 for North American qualifiers to join the CRL team. Hi Juicy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man.
And it's glad to have you here. Congrats on making it through the qualifier, man. You're on to the next round. Can you run a little bit, like, how much did you practice for this? There's a lot of people who, like, this is their goal, like, to become a professional player, and we want to see, like, how much did you practice, and, like, by day, like, what did you do? What was your practice routine?
Yeah, for sure. You definitely gotta practice and prepare a lot for something like this. When it comes to, like, my day-to-day kind of thing, after school and then after soccer practice, I make sure I get my homework done, of course, and then after that, I just invest as much time as I can to practicing. It's important to get, like, a couple good players that you know and similar skill levels so that you can kind of practice and prepare. And you want to definitely make sure you have a couple decks. I would say somewhere between 5 and 10 decks that you're pretty comfortable with. So
wow, that's a big diversity right there. A lot of people like sticking with maybe like 2 to 3 decks, but you said 5 to 10 decks?
Yeah, 2 to 3 is not always gonna cut it for you because, I mean, as an opponent, if you're looking at someone's stats on Royale API and you see, oh, they only play these 3 decks, it's just not gonna cut it because they can choose one of their decks that's gonna counter all 3 of them. So yeah, I definitely, like, before the balance change, I definitely had about 10 decks
Wow.
ready.
So would you say that you stick with the meta, like let's say like 10 meta decks, or just you like to surprise your opponent with like unmeta stuff and just rock whatever you're comfortable with?
I've always kind of just stuck with, like, the meta decks, although I did make one deck. It was like a P.E.K.K.A. Executioner minor deck, and I did that in the USA tryout, which I qualified for that as well.
Damn, what a beast, man. That USA qualifier is not easy. If anyone's wondering right now, that is a really, really intense qualifiers, bro. Just great players. Name some of the players that you beat for that. I know there's just so many good players in that Team USA.
Yeah, I beat Ace before he retired. I beat Music Master.
Wow.
A couple others, I believe. Yeah, Bernstein Cat was in there, and then a few, like,
Bernstein. Yeah, those are all big names, man. Big opponents. So yeah, you're now on to step number 3 of the Combine, where you're gonna play live here in Los Angeles. Man, I'm really excited to see how you go through this, man. This is a big step in your life. Like, what are your plans? Do you want to join a CRL team, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I've talked to my school, and looks like I'm gonna be doing some online courses, and my parents are supportive, so looks like I'll be.
Yeah, how old are you again?
I am not even 16 yet. I turned 16 in 2 days.
Wait, you just made the cut then, huh?
Yeah, I just made the cut.
Wow, just made the cut, guys, and he is going for CRL. And I think it's amazing how your parents support you in this. Definitely.
They're awesome.
You don't.
It's pretty great. I'm a lucky guy.
You definitely don't get that every day where your parents, a lot of you guys that are watching right now, you want to be a professional player, but like it's like you have to focus on school. As you see, Juicy has soccer. I'm pretty sure you have maybe like a lot of friends that you care about back at home, and you want to hang out with your friends and play games with your friends as well. And then you have to, like, when you're gonna focus on this, you have to go full focus, right? So you have to give away a little bit of your social life at times.
Yeah, for sure. I have a pretty small school, so I'm pretty much friends with, like, everyone. But it is really hard to, like, maybe my friends want to go to a movie, but maybe I have a match and I have to choose between that. And usually I will choose the movie because that's always so much fun. But yeah, it's definitely a huge time commitment. Like, going to LA next semester is going to be crazy because I'm just going to be moving away from all of them for, like, a huge period of time.
Yeah, I think for CRL, it's a couple months for sure. Definitely, that's a huge commitment. I think the season's like 3 months long, so it's gonna be great. You're gonna be living in LA. You're gonna be exploring, and for anyone doing this as well, man, this is gonna be an amazing opportunity as well. You have any favorite teams that you plan on like possibly joining or such? Any like teams that you just like, or you see any
Yeah,
like pro players right now that you're just like, I want to be on the team with that guy?
yeah, for sure. Like, Immortals have like
Wow.
Louis
Yeah.
as their coach, and All Crap as one of their players. That'd be
Mm-hmm.
crazy to go on a team with him. And then also Complexity, they got Colton and Adrian. Also Matt as like a awesome coach with huge experience in the past.
All these big names already signed up, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited to announce as well that I've decided to join a CRL team too, but you know we'll release that when it's time. But yeah, let's go over this the replay with Wings. I see you going over it right now, so let's get to it. All right, so you're up against Wings, one of the best players in North America for sure. One of the most naturally talented players as well. I've played this guy many times, and he's been in like throughout the entire 2 years of Clash Royale competitive. He's been there, so this is a big name for you. And what are you feeling right now? You're up against Wings. What was this? The semifinals of the Combine?
Yeah, this is the second to last game of the Combine, and I knew that like at the time he was in first of the standings. I knew that if I beat him, then I'm pretty much guaranteed to make it.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking right now, or like before this game started, I was looking at his Royale API. It's definitely important to scout your opponents before you play them. And then I was really expecting him to play Giant. So,
Definitely.
yeah.
And you read the matchup right here. I believe we're in the same spot right now. He's poisoning your Goblin Hut and Mega Minion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, let's run through this match real quick and see how you pick apart Wings, is because this does seem like a really good matchup for P.E.K.K.A, but he also has Hunter and guards and all that stuff, so he can like stop your P.E.K.K.A really easily. So this is actually like maybe like a 60-40 in favor of you, or what would you say?
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, the way he plays this right is he just forgets about his Giant and he switches to just play Minor Cycle against me.
Yeah, because
And
he's actually up in damage right now. If you can see that, like he's up like 50 or 60 damage right now, and he's coming at you again with more minors. And that's exactly what he's doing, I think.
yeah, but it's definitely like I'd probably have a 70-30 matchup advantage because even if he does do the Minor Cycle, I can keep up my huts, and that's gonna give me the advantage because I'll constantly get that chip.
All right, let's see it. Let's see how you pick him apart. There goes the miner on top of the hunter with the poison as well, chipping away in the tower. That is great damage. You just caught up with one really good miner poison. That's crazy, and you still have the huts up.
Yeah, it was important to play my Miner like as far away as possible from the hunter so it doesn't get too much damage. I don't think he was expecting that, and I was able to get a lot of chip damage there and really.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you said that, Royal API as well, one of the great sites to like track your opponents and what they're playing. So, if anyone's watching right now, like it's a great site. Royal API gives really good information, really good decks, infos as well. I use that site all the time.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best stats.
Not the best stats for Royal API?
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, like, it's got everything, and it actually has friendly battles too, which I personally don't like. I don't think you should be able to scout friendly battles.
Yeah.
That's something that it offers that, like, stats for Royale.
It's kind of too good in a sense, Too good of a site.
It's really pretty unfair because it's just going to come down a lot of times to, like, okay, I need to get the best matchup here.
Yeah.
And friendly battles, if they can scout that, it's almost like required for us professional players to actually practice on a mini account. And if you don't have mini account, then you're not looking too good because everyone can see exactly what you play at all times.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of crazy how just seeing you cycle through these troops over here, just like miners back to back, you were down a little bit of damage before, and you just able to relentlessly just come back here.
Yeah, it's important right there. Like, I switched up my miner placement, he couldn't catch it, and that was the game.
Just miner placements, and how do you know when to put the poison or where to put it? You just put it on top anywhere? Is that your...
Yeah, well, it definitely depends on, like, what deck they have, but I know there, like he has guards in hand, and I see his hunters already placed, and I just want to be thinking about, okay, where is he gonna think I'm gonna play my miner, and then I want to go away from that, and then I want to poison all of his troops, and then poison where I think he's gonna play his troops.
Got it. And I guess you play differently with, you know, knowing what troops your opponent has as well. Like, if you know he has guards, he's going to play guards, just might as well pre-poison, you know? As well. So that's really smart. Do you want to watch this match with Wings again, or do you want to go to a different opponent?
No, let's definitely watch this one. This one was one of the hardest matchups for me because he ends up playing the Giant deck once again with the Giant Hunter. And this is actually probably one of the best games I played during the entire
Alright,
comp.
let's watch it. So I saw you place a pump down, he poisoned it, and then you played Dark Prince for I forgot what it was. But here we go, you got
Dark Prince.
Yeah.
I defended it.
Oh, you defended it? Got you.
Yeah, so after he poisons, I want to make use of my Musketeers, get some good value. He defends really well, keeps his Hunter alive, and takes out my Giant and my Musketeers.
Wow, that was really good from him.
Yeah, here I use my Minion Horde, and he zaps, and I take a lot of damage. And the reason why this matchup's so bad for me, because he obviously has the Miner for my pump, poison on my 3 Musketeers, and then the Hunter plus Zap combo just destroys Minion Horde. It's nasty.
Yeah, and also he can punish bumps too. Like if he goes in Giant Mega Minion, that's a punish plus Miner coming in after that. Could be
here
huge.
I really didn't know what to do because I didn't want to cycle my Goblin Gang, and I knew if I pumped he would Giant on the bridge with that Mega Minion. So I made a pretty good play there. I pump and then zap his Mega Minion from getting a hit, and then I have my Goblin Gang cycle.
Wow.
Is like the best defense that I could have done here. I actually ignore the right lane, make sure I always defend my pump. I need the elixir advantage if I want to come back from this game. I defend, counter push with the Giant. His Hunter's out of cycle since he used it on the right. The reason why he used it on the right is because in case I use a Mini Horde on defense, he was going to Hunter zap it. But instead, that Dark Prince on the left is able to splash his Dark Prince and his tower.
Wow. This is next level plays right here.
Yeah, here, I know he's definitely down elixir since he played all those troops. Play my 3 Musk, get some really good defensive value.
And he used a Mega 2 on the right side for the 1 Musketeer. You know you can go in as well.
Yeah, I definitely need to make sure I take a tower here, so that's why I was definitely focused on taking that. The Dark Prince charge.
Look how relentless you are with that. You're just like going in both lanes. Like he's overcommitting on defense, and you're just like Minion Horde Giant. You're always pressuring, and you're like, I got the elixir match. I got the pump up, giving me elixir, and that was beautiful. You punished him for every little play right there.
Yeah, exactly. Like I saw that he used his Hunter on my Miner to try and take it out really quickly. And then that's his main counter against Giant, so I went in the right lane. Also knew that he used poison on my 3 Musketeers, so I was able to play that Minion Horde, knowing that all he had was Zap, and that wasn't enough. I was able to take his tower.
Yeah, that's great. Guys, if you're watching this right now, he can beat players who have a counter deck pretty much. I say Wings is one of the best Giant players, and he definitely had the advantage there because he has Giant Punish with Poison and Dark Prince against 3 Musketeers Giant, which, you know, does suffer because if you pump up, he could just counter your pump with a huge aggression, take your whole tower, but Juicy played that perfectly. That was actually really next level plays right there, man.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, man, so great matches against Wings. You took out players like Swood, Wings, Michaela, just great players. You finished 8-0 in the Combine, and you're ready to go to LA to compete for a CRL team, guys. If you're watching, if anyone's watching, you want to scout out Juicy, huge perspective player. He used to be one of my teammates as well in Hammer Esports, great player there. But yeah, so the balance changes just happened a day after this Combine. If you're a player, if you're giving some advice to a player that is watching this video right now, what would you tell him to run? Like, what do you think is going to be the meta? What do you think is going to be the solid decks? Because I know the meta changes all the time, especially with this new patch that just hit.
Yeah, I wrote a big article on my Twitter about the balance changes. If you want to, like, if any of your viewers want to check that out, it's juicyJ_CR. And I talk about how, like, with the Dark Goblin buff and then the Lightning buff, I think bait is going to be really prevalent. And because of that, like, the reasoning for that is because the Dark Goblin and all the bait cards, like the Swarming units, will never give Lightning that much value. And that's why I think bait's can be definitely really prevalent.
I heard Lightning's pretty good now. You know, balance changes just came in today, but I heard it's really overrated as well because a lot of people are playing bait, and you can't really Lightning bait cards. So it's like, you know, it's okay. But definitely,
Yeah.
guys, check that out, Bait Dax, and make sure you guys follow juicyJ on Twitter. I'll be putting his Twitter link in the description below, so you guys can go ahead and follow him. This guy is top North American player, 100%, and he's been in CWA's channel many times. So, you know, thank you for coming on the channel and sharing some great matches with us and some insight for, you know, hopefully prospecting CRL players who are watching this. That could be you guys next. But yeah, any last tips, any last shout outs at all, juicyJ?
Yeah, I would definitely shout out Carter and Swood. They were definitely teammates and practice teammates that really helped me prepare for the combine and for everything that I've pretty much been like succeeding in the past couple weeks. It's been great, and they're pretty awesome.
And these guys, they've been competing in the combine, right? But they haven't qualified yet.
Yeah. Well, Carter sadly can't go because his parent.
Oh, okay.
But Swood is definitely competing, and
yeah,
I sure he will definitely qualify for the combine very soon.
Very soon as well. I feel like Swood's just a great player. He beat me the other day in the best of the 5, so really solid. He's in really good form right now. Maybe we'll have an interview with him later on as well. You know, once he qualifies for the combine as well.
Yeah,
so yeah,
sure.
This is a scout report for juicyJ, guys. So you guys want to check him out? Just hit him up on Twitter, right? That would be the best place to get in contact with you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on the channel. Until next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Fearless.